Are you somebody who just got done with their deadlifting workout and you're wanting to feel your hamstrings and glutes, but all you feel is your lower back? Well, I've got the perfect exercise for you. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Sean Floch of Floch Fitness. If you are new to the channel, Floch Fitness is all about fitness, wellness, and longevity for the ageless athlete. We have podcasts, product reviews, nutrition tips, and exercise tutorials like these. So if you're into that type of thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. One of the most frustrating things in the gym is getting done with a deadlift routine and not really feeling your hamstrings and glutes and only feeling your lower back. Not only is this frustrating for the obvious reason that your back is sore, but you know you're not getting the most out of your hinging exercises. This exercise here is my favorite go-to for those who have a hard time feeling their hamstrings and glutes. Let's go over the single leg RDL with dumbbell row. There's two variations that I do for athletes here, a more beginner version and then a more advanced version. The more advanced version adds a little bit more of a stability component because you're only balancing on one leg. The staggered stance is more for beginners and it gives you more points of contact on the ground, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to balance. You're gonna smoke your hamstrings either way. So let's get this set up. First things first, what you wanna be doing is you're gonna take the leg that you're gonna be balancing on and it's gonna be underneath your body, straight underneath. From here, I wanna tuck my back pockets down so that my hips are level. I don't wanna do that using my abs, I wanna use my glutes to get to that position. You're gonna be having the dumbbell in the opposite hand than the post leg. So the leg that you're balancing on, you're gonna have the dumbbell in the opposite hand. This dumbbell doesn't have to be all that heavy. Start out very light so you feel the exercise properly, and then you can titrate up from there. You're gonna take your other leg, the one that's gonna be balancing or used to balance, and you're gonna bring that back. Again, for the beginners, you're gonna keep this foot on the ground, but notice how it's just kind of like on my tippy toe as I'm doing this, just to give me a little bit of balance. Now from here, you're gonna go ahead and exhale, dropping your rib cage down. Now you're gonna reach your hips back, making sure that you're staying square, and then you're gonna feel a bit of a stretch through your hamstring and glute. That's it. Notice that I'm not all the way facing toward the ground. I'm at roughly like between a 45 and 60 degree angle. Now from here, I'm gonna pull my elbow back and I'm gonna reach the dumbbell away from me. From here, I'm gonna exhale and punch. Now I'm gonna inhale, reach. Exhale, punch. Let's show you from the front. Push my butt back. Notice that the hip doesn't turn out. It stays nice and square. I inhale, reach. Exhale, punch. So even though this is an upper body rowing exercise, you're using tons of hamstring to stabilize the lower body, which is why I really like this to blast the hamstrings and glutes. The more advanced version is gonna be on one foot with the back foot off the ground. So let's take a look at that here. Same idea, tuck my back pocket slightly, rib cage drop down, back and in. Back foot is gonna float. I get to that hinge position, just stop right where you feel the tension in your hamstring. And then from here, we're gonna pull the elbow back, exhale, punch. Inhale as it drops down. Show you from the front. So a couple things that can be a little bit off as you do this exercise. First things first is the reach. For those of you who are a little bit tighter through your posterior chain, you're gonna try to get the reach from rounding your back and compromising your spinal position. We don't want that. The reach is what you have in terms of the range of motion in a reaching exercise. So we don't wanna feel too much rotation here, and we don't wanna feel any flexing from the spine. So basically, you're gonna reach from underneath the armpit forward, and whatever you got without letting yourself anteriorly shift, rotate, or flex from the spine, that's all you're working with. What helps drive that range of motion is the opposite elbow pulling back and shoulder pulling back. So this is gonna be improved by doing this, because it's the natural rotation of your rib cage, and that's exactly what we're trying to drive here. The second thing that can go wrong here is we get too much knee flexion on the post leg. So this is not a squat as we get into this position. We wanna tuck our back pockets whenever our knees slightly flexed, but then once you reach your hips back, that's really it. You're not gonna bend your knee all that much more. You're feeling your heel. Obviously there's that stability component through the foot and ankle, which is great. And again, you don't have to go too heavy on this exercise, which is really gonna be beneficial for those of you who either don't have tons of weight or you're a little bit skittish about going super, super heavy in these hinging exercises. You can use this exercise as a warm-up or a standalone exercise, which is why I love it for all the athletes that I work with. Give this exercise a try and let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video or you learned something, give this video a thumbs up. And while you're down there, subscribe to stay up to date in all of our latest content. I'm Sean LaFloch of Floch Fitness. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.